Hey everyone, my name's Guinverre and welcome to a game called Misadventures of Laura Silver. This is on Steam, and I got a key from the developers that I really do appreciate so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's get started. I love the art style of this already. There's like screenshots and everything, and it looks really cool. Visual novel game, and I really felt like putting another visual novel game. There we go. Laura Silver. Cooper. What is the name of the river in Pilsen? Radbusa, Miss Silver. That's the one. There were two fishermen on their boats fishing on that river. And they noticed a corpse approaching them. How could a corpse approach them? It is being dragged by the current. I see. And the fishermen pulled the body over to the boat. It was a drowned man. While they were debating on what to do with it, the corpse suddenly came alive and attacked them. One of the fishermen charged this being, only to be killed right after. The other fisherman jumped into the water trying to escape. He couldn't, though. Is it a Y or a V? The Yodnik or the Vodnik caught up with him. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that this beast is the Vyodnik, the one we are looking for. I'm gonna go with a V. Oh, it is a V. Kind of, I think. Yeah, it's a V. Okay. You should have told me earlier, Miss Silver. Anyway. Vodnik pulled him underwater, and just as he was about to trap the fisherman's soul in one of his jars. The old man unsheathed his knife and stabbed the Vodnik. Who was this old man, Miss Silver? Fisherman. He stabbed bewildered Vodnik, and so the old man could run away. Also, I apologize if you can hear my fan. It's like really hot in here. And I have the window open as well. It's like summertime here, so it's like a heat wave. It's ridiculous right now. It's super hot in this room upstairs. Anyway, and this is how we were able to hear of the incident. Sorry to interrupt, Miss Silver, but should I turn right here? Rock says Cooper drives over a piece of stone. Excuse me if I'm being rude, but as far as I can see, you aren't looking at the map. I memorized it. Please continue your story, Miss Silver. I was wondering something, actually. What is it? I forgot what the Vodnik was supposed to store those guys' souls in. Well, you said jars. That was improvised. Oh. So he may store them in other things too? Like cups? Whatever they are, do you want me to explain further? Of course, Miss Silver. So he's a mythical beast who kills people and stores their souls in cups or something. Plays the violin to lure people to him. Like a siren, but with a violin. He also stated that he likes to craft his jars in the best way possible. We're dealing with an immortal sea spirit who was an artisan then. You can say that. So, first glance, this seems like just another story to scare children with. You can find a variation of it wherever you go, like Ennis or the Great Vampire Carmilla. Ennis used to scare me a lot. Anyway, in the I don't want to pronounce that because I'll butcher it. I apologize. In the sketch, sketch I'm sorry. You have a similar bedtime story, which is based on the sea monster. But our job is in investigating a bedtime story. Vodnik is as real as you and me. A few months ago, it attacked a fishing boat. You know the details, even though it sounded rather hard to believe. Harriet herself has talked to the other fishermen who witnessed the incident, so we can believe in the credibility of the source. Harriet tasked Skoda with taking care of the issue, but there's been no proper report coming from him. So also stated that he would give us the details about the mission. So I wonder what kind of detail we're speaking of here. Skoda? Skoda from Foreign Affairs? I guess. When did Miss Skoda get transferred here? Been here for almost half a year. It's a man known for his laziness, and I doubt that he even tried working on the case. Mr. Skoda is a diligent man, Mr. Silver. I disagree with your claim. Are we talking about the same Skoda? I can't exactly say that. We have an abundance of employees. I believe there's only one Skoda working in the borough. Just to be sure. Talking about Nan Skoda. Zanan Skoda, right? Yes. Take your list out. How do you know Skoda? How do you know Skoda? We worked together in London for a while. There must be a different Skoda, surely. I don't recall Skoda as a likable person. Was he always also a traffic policeman? No, we were working as security officers for the Labour Party conference. Which one? 3 years ago? In Leicestershire? Mr. Skoda was kind enough to show me the basics of the job. I got assigned to another department within weeks. I would like to work with Mr. Skoda again, though. Should be glad you didn't. Did you work with him before, Miss Silver? You can say that. Would you like to talk about it? Absolutely not. What did she tell you? Tell you about the job. She told me to help you as much as I could. Yeah, okay. Is this your first job? You mean as a detective? Nathan looks at me for a while, only to turn his eyes back to the road. I used to work as a traffic policeman before I was assigned here. I was waiting for a colonial assignment. Then at the end of that, I was assigned to Miss Barrett's bureau. So it's my first job as a detective, but it's not my first job as a police officer. Traffic policeman promoted to a detective? Interesting. I got my gun a few weeks ago. I didn't know we were working in one of the bureaus who got to carry guns. Do you know how to use it? I completed the basic training. Thank God I haven't had a reason to fire it outside of the firing range. What was Karat's reason for recruiting Cooper? I wonder. Why do you ask? Then can I assume you have no experience with paranormal incidents? I don't, Miss Silver. Take a glance at my list. It doesn't say anything about the Vodnik except for his name. Even though I tried many times to make sense of the scribble, the name written here is unreadable. What are you looking at, Miss Silver? It'll take a long time to explain. I think we have the time. You know that we are doing a different job compared to Skoda's. He's a stationary officer in Slovakia. We are a mobile task force. Yes. Sorry for pronouncing words wrong. I have a trouble reading sometimes, and I just gotta pronounce them as I can. So I apologize in advance. Take the list in my hand. And this list is our task. A list of beings I should take care of. There are ghosts, beasts, vampires, spirits, and many more in here. Did Miss Barrett give you that? Well, no. Then who did? A being that grants wishes. Let's call him a semi-official affiliate. What kind of a being? Shouldn't know about this. It's best if I don't tell him anything else. Not one that you're familiar with. He doesn't answer. Ooh. Love the art, man. So good. Part 1. Beginning. Town of Pilsen. Okay, so this is our hotel. Even though I'm relieved we find one in this season, can't deny the fact that it looks small and run down. I open the back door and get my luggage, while Cooper takes his ridiculously enormous suitcase. Maybe we shouldn't have dismissed how heavy the luggage would be when we decided to disguise ourselves as film. Shall we go in now? Cooper opens the main door to the hotel, and I leave my luggage on the polished wooden floor next to the reception desk. He closes the door behind us. Joiner keeps me. Cooper joins me. Joiner. Oh my god, I got them mixed up. Cooper joins me at the reception desk. Seems the receptionist hasn't noticed us. He has written something in a notebook. Miss Silver, I can carry your luggage to your room if you like. No need, Cooper. That's the job of a bellboy, not yours. Miss Silver, I think the bellboys are sleeping at this hour. We know that. We've arrived a bit later than we should have. Set my fingers on the desk, staring at the man behind it. He doesn't look this way at all. The man behind the desk finally looks at my face with baleful eyes that look like they haven't been closed for a century. You can't find any hotel which hires bellboys at this time of the year. We're off season. Eva tenses up, quickly checking my face, see if I am angry. Do you have a reservation? You know that we've arrived a bit later than we should have. Eva checks his watch again. We're deeply sorry for bothering you at this hour, when you'd certainly feel better lying down in bed. Do you have a reservation? Eva seems a bit dumbfounded by the repeated question. Receptionist seemingly ignores his heartfelt apology. Has Mr. Scolder booked any room for us? Man behind the desk sits up, his eyes shining. Scolder, you say? Yes. He tries to find something in the desk, opening one drawer after the other. You two must be the filmmakers, Scolder mentioned. Then, your names, please? Exactly so. My name is Orwell Cooper. Laura Silver. As you searching, I start tapping my foot on the floor. Cooper nervously smiles at my demonstration of impatience. He finally finds what he was searching for and starts looking through the newfound notebook. I can clearly read Laura Silver. And oral paper here. Her last name is most likely a mistake because I am working with a person blessed with the surname Silver. The man behind the desk shows us the notebook. Laura Silver and Orwell Cooper. Oh, it's Copper. Did it say Copper? He has also mistook my name, apparently. Scott firmly instructed me that these were the people he booked 2 rooms for. Truth be told, you sound like a bad copy of a hypothetical Orwell Copper. As Cooper gasps, the man behind the desk shakes his hand. Welcome to the hotel, Hovla, Miss Suba. I'm Jindrik Chalupnik. Nice to meet you. I nod while he hands me a room key. Wait, what about me? Looks like we'll have to wait until Mr. Skoda clears this misunderstanding. Or you can admit that you're not the copper-ridden hair. Eva looks at me. His expression is helpless as he could be. He probably wants to go to sleep during these wee hours of the morning. Miss Silver, aren't you going to say anything? So must be a mistake. It's true that our employer tends to forget names. It's most likely that the telegraph that reached Skoda was miswritten. The man is working with me. I'm pretty sure that he's the one Skoda has mentioned to you. One would expect the chief detective to be more careful about giving the right name. But life keeps surprising me in the best ways. Cooper smiles with appreciation as Mr. Chalupnik seems to keep his stoic expression. Miss Silver, you will have to forgive my cautiousness. I'm only doing what Skoda asked me to do. What does Skoda even ask this man? Shooting documentary shouldn't be considered a suspicious activity? Cooper and I exchange glances. He points Chalupnik. My god, I'm gonna call him Char, for short. With his eyes, begging me to speak. It'd be suspicious if I stood silent for too long. You don't have to ask for my forgiveness. However, this man is indeed the person that I was expecting. We shouldn't be wasting time on such a small detail. I'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate if you could hand Cooper his keys. Char stares at us for a while, then shrugs. I agree that we shouldn't waste any more time. So you might as well go up to your room and sleep, since I won't be handing him the keys until I have Skoda's confirmation. Is he always as suspicious of customers, or does he have something against filmmakers? Char continues with his regular voice. I'm asking you to leave your friend here for the night, miss. Our disguise was supposed to help us avoid suspicion, but it doesn't seem to be working. Good job, Silver. You're doing amazing. Take my suitcase and turn right towards the stairs. Miss Silver! Be back after I leave my suitcase. The expression softens. Continue this investigation. You can continue investigating then. But it is 2 o'clock in the morning. So, Eva stops talking to me, his eyes locked on something behind. I hear footsteps approaching. Footsteps that are coming down the stairs. I turn to the right and see Skoda. Well then. He eyes us for a while, his expression not changing one bit. You wake me up. Skoda, are you implying that the walls here are thin? You're going to brag about how your hotel has the most soundproof walls in all of Slove? I'd rather not. It won't count as bragging if it's the truth, young man. Is he cranky because he woke We wake him up though. It will be troublesome if someone hears us talking about the job through these thin walls. Scooter, now that you're here, help us fix the problem with the copper man. Mr. Scooter, please tell Mr. Charm that I am the person our boss mentioned in the telegram. He is the person our boss mentioned in the telegram. Okay. So hands Cooper a room key and shakes his hand. Breakfast is at 8:30 a.m. It'll be served on this floor. Is this Scooter the only guest in this room? In this hotel? It's Hotel Pavla for you. We keep the hotel in top condition, even if only one person is staying at the hotel. I'm more of a resident than a customer. You're going close to each other. Am I right, Scooter? Yeah, surely. I'll be showing them to their room then. Thank you. Follow me, Copper, Silver. It's Cooper, Mr. Scooter. I'll keep that in mind. Pardon me. I don't know how long this game is either. We'll do like a decent chunk of it for the first part. Nice to meet you again, Silver. He reaches out his hand. I shake it. Corette has mentioned you a lot during the meetings. Can't say the same about you. Could you tell us why we're here? Tell us why we're here. Corette wrote in her telegram that we're going to learn the details of our investigation from you. Scudder hands me an envelope. The envelope is open. He didn't even bother to hide the fact that he has opened it before. I stare at him. He's being suspicious. Corette has written that you have some business with a weird man. Such indecency. Such indecency. Shouldn't open people's letters like that, Mr. Scudder. Scudder smiles. There shouldn't be any secrets between the employees of the bureau. Makes me wonder, why is Corette sending you here and there for special cases? None of your business. I haven't received any information from the bureau about the Vodnik of Pilsen for 3 months. Corette sent me a letter to hand over to you. Isn't it odd? Why are you getting exclusive access to this information? I should be dealing with this man mentioned in the letter, not you. He's right. He is the one in charge of a business. So, why wouldn't she want you to come all the way here? Don't understand that. Look, Scooter. Thought. Pull out your gun? What the heck? No. I don't answer. You know anything about the Wish Granter? Wish Granter? Never heard of something like that. That's the reason why Karat has sent me here. Huh? Is all I can say to you. You could have given me a better explanation. Did Karat say anything about him in the letter? She didn't. Girl looks the other way. It looks like he didn't expect me to answer like this. I'm still waiting for an explanation, so I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. Didn't even talk to Cooper about this. He's my partner. You almost said assistant, didn't you? Look, Silver. You can't just brush my question off like that. It doesn't eliminate any of my suspicions, whether it's about you or Corette. What are your suspicions? I think I already answered why she's sending me for the special cases. I still don't know who the Wish Granter is supposed to be. It doesn't count as a proper answer. I have to ask Corette if I'm allowed to answer properly. I then send you a letter on the matter if she doesn't reply while I'm in love. Excuse me. You know that she replies everything late. I don't think you are cooperating with me. Look, even though I am angry because you opened my letter, I'm trying to be civil with you. Oh. too high. There we go. I'm just trying to do my job. We're both working for the same bureau. Sound like you're lying. Maybe you have trust issues. You may be right. He pinches the bridge of his nose and turns to Cooper. Didn't even welcome you properly. Cooper extends his hand to Cooper for a handshake. Nice to see you again, Cooper. Thank you for coming to get us, but it seems like we have disturbed you. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm probably the worst host you could ever get. I think I'd be worse. Silver. Go to the post office. Let's go to the post office tomorrow morning and send a telegram to Corette. Sure. I have a hard time waking up in the morning, but I'm sure I'll be awake by 9. We can wake you up if you want. I'm not an agreeable person when someone else wakes me up. I can imagine. Before you make even more fun of me, I'll go to my room. Have a good night, Mrs. Scudder. You too, Cooper. Scudder goes inside his room. I hear the lock of the door shutting tightly. Mrs. Scudder is a good man after all. So shall we look at the letter? Take the letter out of the envelope. My dearest Laura, I hope you are doing well in person. I got some information on Emil the it is a V. Vodnik by a little trip to Bureau's secret archives and some interrogations. Copies of the documents I found are inside the envelope. I would love to hear from you at the end of your mission. Write me a report after you've done, alright? Don't strain your body and take care of yourself. Please try to sleep more, honey. Sincerely, Corette. 7th of the 12th, 1935. Oh, honey? No wonder why Jonah thinks I'm being pampered by Corette. You're not being pampered. I think she only wants you to take care of your health. You were going to continue your investigation during the wee hours of the morning, Miss. Don't think that's a good idea. I can manage without sleep. An order from our employer that you shouldn't forget to sleep. Not an order, a request. I shrug and open the other document. Vodnik of Pilsen. A creepy photo. This Vodnik appears, the humanoid beast with a frog-like face and green hair, with his body covered in algae and mud. Hands are webbed, his eyes are the color red. Local drownings are said to be his work. After drowning people, he stores their souls in handmade cups. The ones who saw him work on his cups have informed us about his collection. Type humanoid. Conflicting reports. Threat level unknown. Possibly dangerous. Habitat. Water and swamps around the Radbusa River. Power. It shapeshift into liquid form. Question mark? Unmatched speed and water. Used to be a toy maker. Okay. Top secret. Or just secret, but. For the document and put it into my pocket. Miss Silver, we should let everyone in the hotel know that they should be wary when handling water. Should have asked Skoda if he told anyone about it. We still can. Knocks on Skoda's door. Mr. Skoda, it's me, Cooper. Could you open the door, please? No answer. Mr. Skoda, we have to ask you something. I haven't told anyone anything about the water issue. Leave me alone. Oh, alright. Have a good night, Mr. Skoda. So, Miss Silver. I'll let Mr. Cha know. Seemed eager to go to bed, though. I'm sure our safety is more important than 20 minutes of sleep. However, Miss Silver. However, Miss Silver, you should go to your room and sleep while I'm on that. Even though I'll be in my room, I doubt that I'll be sleeping. Sure. Sure. There's no need to disagree. Miss Silver, before I leave, tell me what your room number is. 102. So, this one? Maybe this one? Don't know. One over here. That's 101. Maybe this one. Looks like your room is right next to Mr. Scotus. Yeah. Mine's 107, so I'll be right across if you need. If you need anything in the middle of the night, you can knock on the door, Miss Silver. Wait, Cooper. Yes? What are you going to tell Mr. Cha? Tell him that the water got infected and people advised us not to use the tap. It doesn't sound realistic. What should I tell him then? Maybe... Yes, Miss Silver? I think we should find the water tank and close the valves that are connected to the external pipes. Tell Mr. Cha that the water is cut off in whole of Pilsen. They won't check the water tank. What is it, Cooper? I don't know if it's right to barge into the boiler room of a building we just entered. For the safety of the hotel staff, so it's justified. Right. Now, do we know where the boiler room is? I think that we should search the ground floor or the basement if possible. Wonder if we can reach there without attracting Char's attention. Miss Silver. Yes? You mentioned that you had back pain while we were in the car and you also are clearly tired. Yes? Maybe you should go into your room and rest and I'll close the valves. Will you really do that for me? Oh, you're too kind, Cooper. Good night, Miss Silver. Cooper, knock on my door when you're done. I'll check if the water is off. Alright, I'll see you in a moment then. Whoa, that was quick. Cooper waves at me as I open the door to my room. Take my coat off. Now, let's see if there's anything suspicious in here. Oh, cool. What if a group of creatures set up an ambush inside the closet? Suddenly open the closet. Let's see. Oh, I thought I could open the drawers in here. The desk. Table. Let's take a look at my observations and notes. If I had any. Sleep? What about here? It's windy. I would like to stay here. The night is as cold as my soul. But is there a flower pot on the balcony? Those vitals would die in this weather. Light. It's bright, and like me. Curtains. Door. I want to take a look at the room before going there. Okay. Chair. Okay. Sleep? Not now, I must check the room first. Harry knock on the door. Yes, Cooper? Close all the valves. You are faster than I expected. I'll go to my room and check them as well. Good night again, Miss Silver. I should check the taps to see if Cooper was successful. I pushed the bathroom door. Huh. It's not opening. I pulled the door, surprised by how it opens. Why would a bathroom door open outwards? Anyway. Turn the faucet on, only a few drops of water come out. Cooper has done a good job. Okay. Other than that, it's a sink. Nothing more, nothing less. 2 droplets of water drip from me. Oh yeah. Did my business. Cool. Thought I could look in the mirror here. I can't. Okay. The document I got from Karat into the notebook. I'd rather spend the night interrogating Char or the employees, but I don't want to draw attention to myself. Our disguise as filmmakers will help us gather information without attracting suspicion. But Char seems eager to be suspicious of us anyway. I wonder if Skoda let something slip about our job. Well, in any case, it seems like I don't have any choice but to sleep. I always thought it's a useful thing to sleep with one eye open. What's that? Sound coming from the balcony. I throw up my blanket, turning my head towards the balcony door. I get up, grabbing my gun from the table. Press my back against the wall, standing right next to the balcony door. You can never be too cautious. Take a deep breath. Silver, on the count of 3, you're going to pull the balcony door open. 1, 2, 3. Show yourself. Jesus. No one is there. I noticed the plant pot on the railing is nowhere to be found. Did it fall because of the wind? I sigh while closing the balcony door behind me. Why does it have to be so cold? Put my coat and hat on, checking my pocket watch. Notice it's already 8:30. Better go downstairs and meet Cooper instead of aiming my gun at missing pots. Notice a girl running up the corridor. When she sees me, she looks up at me with tears in her eyes. You! The lady with the dead person here. I believe that's me. Yes? I approach her. Are you the one who took my gloves? I don't know what you're talking about. Never seen you around here before. You look suspicious. That means... I don't know what you're talking about. Who are you? Who are you? You said it yourself. I'm the lady with the dead person hair. Fair enough. I'm Pavla. Hota's name is also Pavla. I assume she's related to Mr. Char, possibly his daughter? You lose your gloves, Pavla? Or maybe she was born here and was left to die. And Mr. Char found her and named her after the hotel. Or she is a shapeshifter who decided to name herself after the hotel to fool me. Miss, someone played a trick on my gloves to steal them. Did you do it? I don't want to deal with this. Miss Silver, good morning. Here comes to the rescue. Who is this young lady? She might be the daughter of Mr. Char. Are you the one who took my gloves, Carrot Head? I don't know what you're talking about, young lady. Then it's Miss Deadhair. Why do you believe Mr. Carrot Head is innocent? You look more suspicious. You did it. That's not very intelligent of you. Miss Silver. Cooper looks at me anxiously. I can't believe you said that to a child, Miss Silver. What if I did? Ah! She starts crying. This is the last thing I want to deal with right now. I should have kept my mouth shut. Cooper crouches down. Miss Char? Takes out a notebook from his inside pocket. Miss Char, I think I can help you. What? Would you mind telling me what your gloves look like, Miss Char? They are black. Cooper scrolls something in the notebook. What is he doing? How long were they? Points to her wrist while sniffing. They came up to here. They had floral patterns inside too. I see. How old are you? 6.5. And they are bigger than my hands. Papa said I could wear them when I grow up too. Papa shows the notebook to Pavla. Do they look like this? Yes. Papa stands up. He put the notebook away before I take a look at it. We'll be working on finding them, Miss Char. Will you find who took them too? Of course. Really? Yeah, after all, we're... People looks at me for confirmation. He won't just tell a little girl that we are detectives, right? We research. We're researchers. Nice save, Silver. Pavla glares at me. I feel like she would murder me if she wasn't so tiny. Can you find my gloves or not? Were you going downstairs to see your father, Pavla? Then let's go downstairs together. We want to talk with Mr. Cha too. Mr. Cha is sitting at the reception desk as usual. I hope he doesn't find out that I made his daughter cry. Good morning, precious needles. Good morning, Mr. Cha. Pavla runs down the stairs, pushing Cooper aside. Cooper tries to regain his balance by holding on to the banister. Pavla! Papa! Cha's eyes brighten as he lifts Papa, as he lifts Pavla up and twirls her around in the air. Pavla's shrill laughter hurts my ears. Good morning, my dearest. Good morning. Is everything alright, Pavla? You look upset. I am. The new customers upset me. Couldn't hear you well. Can you repeat that? A bit louder, dear. Unfortunately, Papa's voice is quite audible. Didn't like the new customers. Especially that lady with dead hair. I think she might be the one who stole my gloves. What? Told you I didn't do it. Your nails on chalkboard, voice little Miss Silver. Cooper looks at me with the same anxious expression on his face. Fine. Didn't get aggressive over it. What a child says. Silver, what is the explanation of this? I don't know. Seems like I take joy from stealing from random kids. Random kids? My dearest Pavla is not a random kid. Pavla is puffing a snook at me. I'm trying hard not to strangle you, kid. Now, Mr. Cha. Let's not get mad. Cha crosses his arms as he stares at me. He's doing something with his eyes. Is he winking at me? I see. He's doing this as an act to please his daughter. We'll be searching for your daughter's gloves in the entire hotel. We talked to Miss Cha a little while ago. Please take a look at this, Mr. Cha. Looks like Cooper hasn't noticed Cha's little act. He takes the notebook out and points to the page he has scrawled some stuff on. The orange mister drew my gloves, Papa. Done a marvelous job indeed. Sure. Take a look at Cooper's notebook. He has done a decent job. Maybe he can draw the beasts we are dealing with. That way we would have more information in the report we mail to Corette. I like the orange mister, but Miss Deadhair is so lame. You're the one who's lame. What did Silver do to you, Pavla? She called me stupid. Just thought you could use some deductive reasoning if you're going to blame someone. Deductive reasoning. Pavla hides behind Cha. Silver, you either do your job instead of arguing with children, or I'll make you pay for that. Papa, that's not enough. Threaten her with kicking her out. Looks like the scaredy cat act earlier was a plan on getting her father's attention. The worst kind of child. Are you sure, honey? Pablo nods. Silver, you either do your job instead of arguing with children, or you're sleeping at another hotel tonight. Pablo cocks me a snook again. See if you can find one better than Better than Hotel Pava Dead Hair. I don't know if there are any hotels nearby, and I don't want to sleep on the street tonight, that's for sure. Charles winks at me again with a rather sad face this time. I believe he wants me to apologize. Yeah. Let's apologize. I'm sorry, Pablo. Didn't you hear me? We'll be fine. You find the one who stole my gloves. I sigh and take out my notebook. Now, when did you lose them? I think you meant when did they get stolen? When did they get stolen? Just now. They went out the door. Huh? The ghost started hovering, and then they opened the door and flew out. Are you sure you didn't imagine it? Yes. When did this happen exactly? A little while ago. I ran after the gloves, but they disappeared into thin air. I see. You don't believe me, do you, dead-haired miss? I do. You don't look like you do. I really do. Because you don't want to sleep on the street tonight, right? No, Pablo, I really do believe you. Miss Silver, is there any way the Vodnik is inside the hotel? Even if the Vodnik was inside the hotel, I doubt he could possess gloves like that. Maybe it was just her imagination running wild. I hope so. I don't want to deal with anything else, let alone a ghost. Charles straightened up for the moment I said ghost. A ghost? The ghost might have possessed the gloves. I think Pavla just imagined it, Mr. Silver. Papa, do you think it was? Charles takes Pavla's hand. Now, my angel, shall we search the hotel together? Okay, but only if you carry me on your shoulders. Sure, sure. Just wait a bit, darling. So comes up to us, rather menacingly. Look, Silver, Cooper. Talking in a low tone now. He doesn't want Pablo to hear. Can't sense any friendliness in his voice. I see that you don't want to waste any time on this, I get it. However, don't make things up like that. Pablo is a girl who is almost always scared of every little thing. She's not very strong. She even thinks that she sees her mother's ghost from time to time. We all know ghosts aren't real. Mr. Cha, I'm deeply sorry. But hear you mention ghosts or such nonsense around my child again, I won't let you get out of here in one piece. Hear me? Child lifts Pavla on his shoulders and leaves the movie. It wouldn't be possible for a man of his height to be able to carry someone on his shoulders. The ceiling of the hotel wasn't so high. I sit in one of the couches in the lobby. This conversation has drained me. Cooper stays standing. Did he just threaten us? Yeah, we're losing some of our limbs if we're talking about you know what again. Let's just finish our job as quickly as possible and leave this place. I wonder what happened to Mr. Char's wife. She died. I believe this is the reason why he spoils Pavla so much. Even though she's spoiled, I think you did well. I think you're being optimistic, Cooper. He smiles. So shall we go to the dining hall? I don't want to sit there. Oh? Why, Miss Suva? Because there'll only be us in the huge place. Isn't that a bit... Don't tell me you're being shy. Hello there. I noticed you two were taking your time coming to the dining hall, sir. I decided I should come here to greet the both of you. Judging from the appearance, he seems like he is the cook. Well, doesn't take a detective to see. Wait. He has a knife. Stay silent. I stare at the knife in his hand. I should be able to grab my gun within seconds if he tries to make a move. We were just talking about going into the dining hall, but... Why are you carrying a knife, Mr. Cook? Wait, I'm carrying a knife? I burst out laughing. Uh, I'll leave this back in the kitchen. Just a moment. What's so funny about this? He returns to the kitchen, leaving me and Cooper behind. Phew. The sharp things make you uncomfortable too, Miss Silver. No? I mean, they do make me uncomfortable if I'm not the one holding them. Oh, I see. You never know what people might do with sharp things. Yes, I'd be horrible if they cause any incident. Oh, accidents. I didn't mention any accidents. Mr. Cook returns this time with no knife in his hand. Hello again. I was cutting some potatoes when I heard you two. I approached without thinking twice. Having a knife in hand would scare people off. Silly me. No problem. It is a problem. Shall we take it from the beginning? Sure. I don't trust this cook. Hello. He has access to all sorts of cutlery. I don't feel safe around him. Not to mention he might have poisoned the food too. Where were we again? Alright. Notice you both were talking about time. Taking your time coming to the dining hall, sir. Decided I should come here to greet both of you. We were just talking about going into the dining hall. I also heard this lady here looks a little bit anxious about it. I still am. He stretches out one hand to me, and his other hand to Cooper. I'm Willem. Nice to meet you both. I shake it. I see Cooper doing the same with Willem's other hand. Willem his surname or his name? Laura Silver. Orwell Cooper. Nice to meet you, Mr. How would you like us to address you? Cooper, of course. I wouldn't be content with calling someone he just met with their first name. Willem's fine. And how should I call you? I think I'd be more comfortable if I could address you with your surname. That's a shame. Then you'll have to learn. I'm related to that heartless Skoda. Is he Skoda's brother? Now that I think of it, they look alike. Before you make any assumptions, I'm his cousin. Is this why Skoda picked this hotel? I hope you'll be alright with me calling you Mr. Willem then. Could have gone with the joyful Skoda. At least you aren't like Cha. He tried to call Skoda, then he switched to Skoda the second. Sounds a bit like an epic hero when you put it like that. Right? Skoda's a great surname. It's a good sound. Skoda's a great surname with a good sound. My only concern about it is that I'm sharing it with expression towers as he points upstairs, possibly at Skoda's room. You know, that's love. Is it alright for you to talk behind customers like that? He is my cousin first and foremost, and being a customer comes later, though nothing changes the fact that he is a slob. Cooper seems concerned. Maybe we should wake him. He gave a strict instruction not to wake him. Forget about him already, Cooper. Forget about him already, Cooper. I bet you're not comfortable standing up like that. Why don't you sit down next to Silver? What about you, Mr. Willem? You can serve breakfast here if you'd like. It'd be nice and cozy. Won't take long. You don't have to. You can eat at the dining room just fine. I insist. It will be like having a picnic in the lobby. You sit down though. I get tired watching you stand. Cooper sits on the couch. Cooper sits on the couch. Don't be such a stranger. There are only 7 people in the hotel. You should get familiar. I'm talking to you too, Silver. I'm relaxed enough. Are you sure? You still look pretty tense to me. I am relaxed. That's so. Let me hear your order nice and clear. He is fine. Do you have any Earl Brown? Earl Brown? The Silver, maybe you meant Earl Grey. I know what I said. Brown says mediocre for the name of an Earl. Personally, I wouldn't make someone named Brown an Earl. Talking too much. Fine, Earl Grey it is then. Can't believe they don't know about Earl Brown. What about you, Cooper? I would like some tea too. Nothing to eat? Is it British culture that you don't have breakfast in the morning? We do have a rich breakfast culture, but Cooper stops and stares down. I just have a bad feeling inside. I don't think I can eat. Bad feeling? I can brew you some herbal tea if you're feeling unwell. It's not because of that, it's more of an instinct. I feel like bad things are going to happen. That's why I've lost my appetite. Interesting. 3 customers in the hotel, and the 2 that I want to serve don't want anything? Seems disappointed. Are you really sure you only want tea? Yeah. Here it is then. Mr. Willem? Oh, is it Cooper? We heard on our way here there's a problem with the waterworks. Looks like the water will be cut off for at least a few days. Really? Wonder if anyone in town considered letting us know about it. It's a good thing I've been using the water from the tank, but he starts speaking and turns to look behind us. I turn too. There's a maid coming out of the restroom, the bucket in her hand. Willem looks back at us with a smile. Have you two met Blanca? Have you, Miss Silver? No. Willem lifts one hand up and calls, Blanca! The maid smiles at him and puts the bucket on the ground before she starts walking. When she approaches, she greets us. Welcome to the Hotel Pavla. She's the maid of this place. A little chit-chat while I'm bringing your tea. See you. Lem leaves the place as the woman named Blanca sits in front of it. Wait, are those the gloves? May I ask your names? Laura Silver, or Well Keeper? Or, well? Never heard of a name like that before. How do you spell it? Cooper looks as grateful as he could be. People usually mistake my name. Thank you for asking. It's Orewell. Nice name. Thank you, Miss. And Blanca Verubleva. Verubleva? I don't mind being called Blanca. You can call me however you like. Nice to meet you, Miss Verubleva. Oh my god. Verubleva. Okay. I can call her Rue. Nice to meet you too. I was meaning to ask, do you want your rooms cleaned? I don't care. Looks like Cooper. I think you should do whatever you deem best, Miss Rue. If that's the case, I'll be cleaning both of your rooms after you leave Hotel Pavla. Yes, because it looks like our other guest doesn't want me to invade his privacy. He yelled quite a lot when I went into his room. Looks like the employees here don't have good relations with Scotta. Though I understand his sensitivity about the subject, you two are also filmmakers, no? Yes, surely, definitely. Then I'm sure you have all sorts of things you wouldn't want me to touch too. Film equipment is hard to handle after all. It would be idiotic of Scotta to leave important documents behind. Anybody can get a hold of a spare key. The hotel has a spare key of Scotta's room, right? Yes, Mr. Cha has spare keys. Has spare keys. That's what I thought. I should talk about this with Scotta. He shouldn't be acting so careless. Slim comes back with a tray filled with teacups and a teapot. Why'd you ask, Miss Silver? No particular reason. Just curious. Cook sits and starts pouring the tea. What were you talking about? Miss Silver asks if there's a spare key of Mr. Scotta's room. Smiles while handing him the cup. Silver, here's your Earl Brown. Thought you didn't have any Earl Brown. I have my own ways of making it brown. Earl Brown. Poison? Brown, isn't it? Really is. He starts pouring tea into the cup. I should wait until someone else takes a sip. Got the key, Miss Rue? Well, I'm sure you asked, because he's your co-worker, right? Shouldn't be leaving any important documents behind. Yes. See, I knew it. Right away, I guess you have to be very cautious when you're directing a documentary. He snickers. Does this man know that we are detectives? What do you mean, Willem? I mean, the equipment, of course. Willem fills another cup. Is he trying to give us away? Or is he protecting us? And he's just that bad at lying. Yeah, Cooper. Willem, isn't it a bit rude of you to talk to them like that? It is. You mind, Silver? Is it? You mind, Silver? Not really. You, Cooper? Willem hands a cup filled with poison to Cooper. As long as you aren't saying my name incorrectly, it's fine. It's a relief. Cooper takes a sip from his tea right away. I check if Cooper is showing any symptoms. Delicious! I'm the only nervous one here. Cooper is still alive. That means the poison is not the type that acts fun. Nice to hear. Here, Blinker. Thank you. What do you put inside it to make it brown? Let my secret recipe stay secret, Silver. Blanca, by the way, have you heard that there's a problem with the waterworks? It appears that the townsfolk forgot we were here, so we never got the news. What's the problem? Slim shrugs. I don't know, man. I don't know. I heard it from Cooper. Some of the pipes have fractures in them. They told us that the water will be cut off. So this was the problem. I wonder why the water wasn't running. I was going to check the water tank. Exchange looks for Cooper. You can take the day off then. Isn't it great, Blinker? Blinker rolls her eyes. Don't need water to dust the shelves, Willem. Blanca puts a fake smile on her face. Willem pours a cup for himself too. Why are you not drinking your tea, Silver? Ooh, do we darn or do we take a sip? Take a sip. Take a sip. Willem rests back. He looks relaxed. You glad because you finally poisoned me? Silver, Cooper, why don't you tell us about what you do? We're filmmakers. We came here to shoot a documentary. If Skoda wakes up, we'll go for a ride to the film Rabusa. Sounds pleasant. Not that pleasant, since they're waiting for Skoda's beauty sleep. Can't even wake up early in the mornings, that slob. Lim, Mr. Skoda is a delinquent man. Diligent man. Not delinquent. Diligent man. You shouldn't talk about your cousin like that. If he was a diligent man, I don't think he would be sleeping at this hour, Blanca dear. You wouldn't be this hard on anyone else if they slipped in. Lim stops. Seems like he thinks Blanca has a point. The Willem, is there any reason why you don't like him? Don't like him? He is intolerable. Haven't you met him? We have. He's the kind of person to talk over you. Exactly. Nice to be understood, Silver. What if you say, Mr. Skoda? What if you say, Mr. Skoda is a trustworthy man? He helped me a lot when I was starting my career. Oh, now that sounds like a story. I would like to hear. What were you filming at that time? I was wait, let me ask something before that. I was just going to let it slip that he worked as a police officer. I exchanged looks with Willem, so Knife Man is trying to protect us. Why'd you cut him short, Willem? I hope our customers won't mind your rudeness. It seems like he noticed Garth without a sound. He sips his tea. Would I if it wasn't important? I need to ask as soon as possible. What is it, Mr. Willem? Cooper, while you two were working together, did Skoda sit somewhere all day to make you check everything as well as run errands? Yes. Then you did all of his work without knowing. Is that it? It's because he wanted me to gain work experience. Balloon puts a hand on Cooper's shoulder. That is classic Yoda behavior. Cooper, I think he wants to be teamed up with newcomers just to slack off. I think it helped me understand how things work around the office. Just accept that he used you, Cooper. Cooper looks down. This must be the reason why Karat didn't assign him a partner. Trust Miss Karat's knowledge on who to assign to whom. Knowledge? Karat? I think Mr. Scudder mentioned her name. He did? What did he tell you? Blim sounds surprised. This means Scudder shares more with Blanca than he does with Willem. Interesting. He's your boss, right? Been whining about her oddness. I certainly don't think she's odd. She's a good leader. But some guys in the office think she treats Silver better because... Never mind. They're just jealous of her position. What do you think about Miss Karat, Miss Silver? Remember the letter she sent me? Treating both of us with kindness. People usually tell me that I'm her favorite, though. I don't know if it's true. Seems like she cares about everyone just the same. I agree that this rumor started because of our jealous co-workers. Then I believe it's only another. Oh my god. Read me. I believe it's only another of Skirter's prejudiced judgments. Looks like he's full of those. Looking behind Karat's back is very rude. I understand him telling Willem if he's a trustworthy family member, but telling a hotel maid, different thing. The word Skirter, he shouldn't be running around spreading information, even though Miss Rue seems nice. Are you close with Mr. Skirter? Not particularly. I see. Head of a detective bureau shouldn't be a subject for greeting. What is Skirter doing? Take out my notebook. Mr. Willem, Miss Rue, I have some questions for you. For your documentary? Depending on your answers, I might include some. I start flipping the pages. What? Set the notebook on the floor. Vodnik information sheet is out in the open, along with my duty list. Oh, Silver. Oh, Silver! What is this? Pretty sure he knows what this sheet is, if he's Skirter's awesome friend. Turn my eyes back to the floor. The exclusive information is all out in the open. How could you do this, Silver? Put up before they see anything, Silver. What kind of a documentary director would have such detailed a sheet about the Vodnik? Pick it up. It's rude to stare. Miss Rue reaches for the notebook. If she reads the information, she will know something is up with us. Should I pull out the gun? Silver, is everything okay? Oh no! Miss Silver, are you okay? Did it again. Miss Silver, are you okay? Miss Rue slips the sheet back in the notebook between the pages. Did I distract her enough? She cleans the table with her rag and then leaves the notebook on it. Look at her concerned face. She must have seen everything. Why did you pour the tea on yourself, Miss Silver? It's a habit of mine. I did it when I was at the... Oh, never mind. Was it too hot? You alright? I'm not one to be affected by extra warmth. Miss Rue starts cleaning the floor. She knows what we are doing. Undercover detectives, my ass. Surely if your notebook isn't soaked, Miss Silver. And now she's making fun of me. The audacity. I might have to introduce her to my old friend Mr. Gunn in private. Miss Silver, are you okay? How many times are you going to ask me that? I'm fine. Don't waste your energy on worrying about me. Seems like I've made everyone on edge yet again. Pippa looks down. Miss Rue sits back in her seat after giving me a towel. Well, it's nice to be able to be dry again. Bloom breaks the silence. Silver, I think I saw something about the Vodnik in your document. Am I mistaken? There's no doubt that he has seen it now. I stare at his face. Really? The Vodnik? Isn't it just a folktale to scare children? Scott never mentioned anything to him about our job's paranormal side. I shrug. Sure, make fun of me. I'm a grown-up woman who believes in old folktales. No. Rue? It's not just a folktale. Mr. Rue, do you know anything about the Vodnik? He's around us, wandering in the water. I know that he is Blanca. We all know that stuff like that isn't real. I'm not joking, William. Okay, okay. Rue, please calm down and tell me what you know. She looks down. Miss Rue, Mrs. Rue, I understand your reluctance. However, in our documentary, there's a special sequence about the Vodnik. If you could inform us about him, we would be forever in your debt. Why are you shooting an informatory film about him? It's an order from our boss. Tells us what to shoot, and we shoot it. In order to shoot the film, we need to talk with you first. Just like Cooper said. I used to know that man, the man who became Vodnik. I worked as a maid at his house. Also helped around in his shop. In order for a man to become a Vodnik, he has to be drowned. Does Mrs. Rue know anything about this? What kind of shop was it, or what was his name? What was his name? What was his name? If I remember correctly, his name should be Emil. Emil Galad Galad Gladviov. Gladivov? What shop was it? What shop was it? He had a toy shop back in the day. Where was this toy shop talking about? Never heard of such thing. Deep in the forest. Not easy to find it. His his works are loved by the children of the town. Stop speaking to think. I mean, they used to. How long? Why did you stop working? Oh, but I already know his name. Why'd you stop working? Why'd you stop working? I think his mental state wasn't the best after he lost his daughter. He was starting to scare me, so I left. Would it affect him so much if it was intentional manslaughter? Could it be just an accident? How long? How long did you work there? I started working when his daughter Anna was 4 years old. Pratt had mentioned that there was rumors about the Vodnik killing his daughter. She was such a lively girl, but she passed away when she was 11. I quit working around 2 weeks after her death. I've been working at Hotel Papa ever since. Sorry to hear that. If that's the case, she can show us where the toy shop is. Cooper, we'll leave as soon as Yoda wakes up. Data correlates with ours. There's no doubt that she knows the Vodnik we are searching for. Cooper sits up. Mrs. Rue, would you show us the way to the Vodnik shop? I don't want to go there again. Wish you all the best in your adventure, in your investigation. Can't you even show it on the map? I don't think I can read a map. It'd be best if I get on with my work now. Rue stands up. After giving us a nod, she starts walking towards the stairs. Looks like I'll need to use brute force if I want to get informed with her. I turn to Willem. Let's go to tell you about the bureau. I didn't know anything. Why are you two searching for the Vodnik anyway? Stay silent. Can't believe Scar never told me about the Vodnik part of your job. It's odd. To Willem, I'm sure he didn't want you to get scared. Shh. Don't make me laugh. Don't be sure. Don't be so sure. Willem rolls his eyes. Wish you good luck. Waking him up. We'll need that. He waves us goodbye, going back to the kitchen once more. Cooper sighs. I'm concerned. Miss Silver. About what, Cooper? Well, I'm concerned about a few things, actually. First, the fact that you just poured a whole cup of tea over your head. That's my coping mechanism. I see. Is it because you dropped the notebook in front of everybody? I guess I did. Why didn't you pick it up? It was within your reach. I would if I could. Something like this happens again, what would you like me to do? You trying to help me? Nothing. I'll be fine. He nods. Besides, even if they find out that we're detectives, we will be alright. Detectives do all sorts of odd jobs anyways. Sure, Cooper. Also, Miss Silver. Cooper checked his watch. 9:30 a.m. now. Scudder seemed eager to meet us. Why hasn't he come down yet? He did say he would come to the dining hall at 9. But I wonder if he's still sleeping. Still sleeping. What shall we do, Miss Silver? My work can't wait for his beauty sleep. Wake him up then. Cooper knocks on the door. Mr. Scudder, are you awake? No response. Though he wasn't a heavy sleeper. This is odd. Strange looks with Cooper. Maybe he is smoking on the balcony. Does he smoke? Don't know. Pretty sure he's smoking some puffy cigarettes with methyl. And knock on the door a few times. Is he ignoring us? Maybe. Take a few steps back. Mr. Scudder, would you please open the door? Is there anything wrong? 1, 2, 3. I kick the door. Priscilla, what are you doing? I shrug. Miss Silver, is it possible that the Vodnik attacked him? Cuba, let's say you are in your home. You heard the clip-clops of horseshoes outside. Okay. What would you think? I would think that it's a horse outside. You wouldn't think that there's a giraffe wandering around, right? I don't think so. But you'd agree that it is possible for a giraffe to be wandering outside, only a lot less likely. Yes, what do you mean by this, Miss Silver? Skyder getting attacked by Vodnik is a possible, but not probable. Is a possible, not, but not probable. We close the valves. So, Miss Silver, the fact that he's not opening the door is making me nervous. Ugh. Maybe we should leave without him. We shouldn't. It's such an unprofessional behavior. He can't make us wait like this. Miss Silver, wait here. I'll get the spare key from Mr. Cha. He runs to the stairs. I knock on Scota's door again, this time harder. It really is weird. This man woke up to our noise on the ground floor in the middle of the night. Scota, answer me! Is he taking a shower? Maybe brushing his teeth? No, the water is out. Maybe he is taking a sleeping aid. Does that explain why he's not waking up right now? I knock on the door once more. Is he smoking the whole package? No way he actually took a shower and got attacked, right? We close the valves. No answer. I kick the door. Miss Silver, would you please stop vandalizing the hotel? Hand me the key, Cooper. Snap my fingers 2 times. Cooper, the key. Couldn't find the key. What? Persuaded Mr. Cha into opening the safe. However, the key is nowhere to be found. Mr. Cha is currently looking for the key in case it's hidden somewhere in his desk. Take my gun out. Miss Silver! I can't wait forever. No, the hotel will hear the sound. Please put your gun back into its holster. Cha will be here any moment now. Star doesn't look like the type to lose keys. Where is it? Why isn't Skoda opening his door? Vodnik must have slaughtered him. I aim at his door again. Miss Silver! What is all the fuss? Silver, what are you doing? Willem? Your dear cousin isn't opening the door. Did I give you permission to blow a hole in his door? Thank you, Mr. Willem. Miss Silver doesn't listen to me. Willem takes out a key. Here. Did Skoda give his room key to Willem? That's suspicious. I have a spare key. Skoda said he couldn't trust anyone else, so I snuck in and took his spare. I take the key from him and open the door. I'll think about this later. I wait for Cooper to enter. I see that Willem is trying to come inside as well. Shut the door in his face. How? Looks like I couldn't be. Looks like I couldn't. But is blocking the door. Don't come in. What? Don't come in here, Willem. Why? Where is he? Could be dangerous. You're unarmed and inexperienced. If it is dangerous, why are you wasting your time like this? He's right. If there was anyone dangerous inside, he could have easily attacked us while I'm dealing with Willem. You must be more careful, Silver. Let's go to in here? In there? Mr. Willem, I think it's best for you to, if you don't insist. We'll handle it. Why aren't you answering me? We don't know what the answer is yet. Push the door once more. He withdraws his foot. I lock the door finally. Miss Silver, wasn't that too forceful? Open the door. What are you doing in there? Zacchaeus' foot is in one piece. There's no one inside. I check the window on the door to see if he's out on the balcony. No Skoda here. I push the bathroom door. Huh? It's not opening. Try pulling the door. Why would a bathroom door open outwards anyway? Through the curtains of the bathtub, I can see someone sitting in there. Skoda? The person who is sitting in the tub doesn't make any sound. Pull the curtains. Skoda? No answer. Put on my gloves. I shouldn't be touching him without protection. Mr. Skoda fall asleep while he was taking a bath? An eternal sleep? So it seems. Huh. What do you mean, Miss Silver? Take it out, Cuba. This could get ugly. I crouch near the body. Obvious that he's not breathing. Search for a pulse. Nothing. Crap. Is Skoda okay? Raise my voice while I keep on looking for any sign of life. Skoda's dead. I get up, removing my gloves and throwing them into the sink. I see that Cooper is looking at Skoda with blank eyes. We should let Mr. Cha know about this and make him lock all the doors. This might as well be a murder case. We should also gather everyone in one place, preferably in the main hall. And one of us should stay with Skoda in case it really is murder. Culprit can always come back here to erase evidence. Did you hear me? Are you sure that he is dead, Miss Silver? Weren't you listening to me? He blinks a few times. It seems like he is trying to grasp this situation. I'll let Mr. Cha know. Good. We get out of the bathroom. It appears that Willem is still waiting outside. I unlock the door. Willem almost falls in. Why would you shut the door on me, Silver? Is there any way a person could be ruder than you? Such an indecent. Better is dead. Sure, I wish. What? Say that again, Silver? You heard me. Where is he? Into the bathroom. He runs through his room and grabs the door. Cooper tries to hold him. He really is? He mumbles something. To Willem. He's beside himself. That's I'd never expect. To Willem. I think it's not a good idea to look at Mr. Skirter at this moment. Then puts his hand on his forehead. Is that so? He also looks like he's trying to understand what is going on with his eyes on Willem. I assume that seeing someone you cared for drowned in the bathtub would be hard to grasp for anyone. Pippa seats Willem on Skirter's bed. He's eerily silent, with his hand still on his forehead. Pippa, listen to me. Every second you're wasting here increases the chances of us getting attacked by the Vodnik. The silver! He lowers his voice. We'll be gone for a minute, but I don't have time to deal with any of your grief. Please try to show some sympathy, alright? Sure. He opens the door and gets up. Gets out of the room, leaving me alone with Willem. What happened to him? To whom? Rhoda. Is he in denial? I try to be understanding. I promise, Cooper. Take a deep breath. Scarter is no longer with us. What does that mean? God's sake. Scarter has. What was the term? No more? Gone like the wind? Passed away? He passed away. Be more clear. I'm going to lose my mind, Silver. Okay. Scarter's corpse is currently rotting in the bathtub. His eyes still seem blank. I don't really know what he's looking at. Sounds more like you. Yes, sir. Where is Cooper already? Can't be happening right now. You two are pulling a prank, I'm sure. Wish Cooper could do the talking instead of me. I'm not. I don't think Skirter was pretending to be dead either. You'd be saying the same thing if you two are pulling a prank. That must be it. Did I come from Britain just to pull the prank on you? I don't believe what you say. Why don't you enter the bathroom and look for yourself, Willem? He freezes. Do you want to? No. Door opens. Perfect timing. Willem, are you alright? Becca! Misadventures rushes into the room, inviting Willem into a hug. Willem hugs her right away. How are you feeling, Willem? Burrows his face on Miss Rue's shoulder. Not answering her, she gives a few pats on his back. Is this how you should be handling people who are grieving? Guess I'll never know. Mr. Cha enters the room after Miss Rue. Mrs. Rue. Cooper follows behind. What I heard true, Silver? Depends on what you heard. He points to the bathroom. Yes. It's a shame. He was a bright young man. Adult young man. He may have done this. Not knowing anything about the Vodnik, he must be sure that someone in this hotel did. We'll be solving the mystery, Mr. Cha. You shouldn't go around playing detective, young man. I called the police. It will take time for them to arrive. Until then, we should wait here and make sure nobody leaves the hotel. Mr. Cha, we would like to investigate Skirter's body again. Why so eager, Silver? Look back at the bathroom. Water was supposed to be cut off. However, the bathtub was filled with water. I think it's quite suspicious, Mr. Cha. That's so. Then I'll come with you. I advise you not to do that. It could be dangerous inside. Even though I said that, it'd be good if I can get everyone to see Skoda. I have to make sure no one blames me for his death. I'm the one who found the body. That puts me in a suspicious situation, not to mention that I'm a foreigner. I saw all the horrors of the Great Wall, Silver. The living are far more dangerous than the dead. Fishy Cha sounds like the type to blame me. I take a look at Willem and Mrs. Rue. They're sitting on Skoda's bed, with Willem's head in his hands. To Willem, Mrs. Rue, I'll go inside the bathroom. Mr. Cha stated that he wants to join. Do you? Willem shakes his head, not even looking at my face. Mrs. Rue smiles sweetly. It'd be best if I stay with him, Miss Silver. Only Mr. Cha and Cooper then. Miss Silver? Yes, Cooper. I'm feeling a little faint, so is it alright if I don't enter the bathroom again? Don't tell me that you can't stand seeing blood. Stay silent. Can't believe it. Maybe he should go back to being a Trevor cop after this. It's not that I can't stand it. It's just. It's alright, Cooper. You youngsters shouldn't be used to the sight of blood, anyways. Unless you're a police officer. But it's fine, since you're not one. Cooper smiles meekly. I can feel anger growing inside. Then can you please get Mrs. Rue and Willem downstairs? I don't want any noise while I'm investigating. Go, Miss Silver. Into the bathroom once more. So here he is. Put on the gloves that I left in the sink. Did anyone enter or leave the hotel? Silver, I was at the reception desk all day. I was in a position to see everyone who entered or left. No one entered nor left. Someone in this hotel did it. There's no way around it. Is there any entrance to the hotel other than the front door? The back door is locked and I have the key. Are you sure you had the key with you when Gretel died? Yes, it is always with me. There are no copies of that key, right? None. We don't have a master key either. I understand. Who did it, Silver? I can't answer that question until I make my investigation, Mr. Cha. He falls silent. Now focus, Silver. Cool, this will be a good spot to end the episode. This is really good. It's really interesting. I love the story so far and the art is really good. We'll be playing this again soon, for sure. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. And everyone, stay amazing.